Hello. I had a friend who, uh, he's trying to remember his dreams, and I remember my dreams very well. And sometimes, we'll start talking about it in a group of people, and I'll give tips. And he mentioned briefly the other day that maybe I could make a YouTube tips to how to remember your dreams. So here's that, tips to how to remember your dreams. Um, well, first off, I find it's good to try to set your alarm so that the snooze goes for like 10 minutes. Make sure that your alarm goes off so that you have time. You don't have to get up like right away. Boom, boom, boom. Try to make sure your alarm gives you time so you can hit snooze 2 or 3 times. So make sure you have at least a half an hour extra to bop the snooze. So for me, when I wake up in the morning, if you can push snooze, the less you open your eyes, the better. Because if you look into bright lights or you look at bright colors, then you start becoming more conscious more quickly. At least this is only things that I know that help me. Maybe it helps you too. So for me, it's good to be able to hit snooze again right away, and then not so much go back to sleep, but think what was just happening. And if you can't remember the story, if it's not so clear at the moment, I try to think, how do I feel? And if you can hold on to the feeling, like maybe you feel like you're doing something, or you feel like you were running, or you feel scared or happy, or whatever the feeling is, hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on to it until you get an image. And once you have the image, hold on to it until you get a reason for the image, until you have a whole story. And once you have the story, watch the image in your mind, and then think. I like to think, like if I was telling the story to a friend, you know, um, like say I was going to tell you what my dream was, and I think about it as if I was telling somebody. Think out the story through, and then once you do wake up, if you really want to remember the dream, write it down. For me this morning, the dream I had I didn't particularly care for, so after I thought about what was going on, I didn't repeat it, so it didn't cement into my mind. It's kind of gone. Last night and the night before, I was having dreams that were reality mixed with the second life. I was building things, but it wasn't really important. The night before last, I was building a bar, but it was real life, and I was moving it like it was in Second Life, and one of my friends was stealing things in the gumball machine. See, I wasn't even trying to remember that one. It's still there. I actually remember dreams from the time I was in second grade. The dreams I really like, the ones that really stick with me, are the ones that made me feel happy. They weren't necessarily good dreams. They're not like dreams where I could fly or I won the lottery or something. It was just dreams that made me happy. Mostly I embarrassed myself in those dreams, but in the end, they made me happy. So, those are the dreams I stick on to. The most interesting dreams that I think I've had were the ones where I was traveling to another planet. One night I dreamt that I joined people to go to this other planet. And for me, dreams normally don't continue. Like, they don't go from night to night where I continue the dream, but this one did. And for an entire month, I spent dreaming about this planet and staying with this guy. And yeah, it was really cool. And the last night, he told me that these were dreams and he was going to find me. I started writing stuff down about that one. I have a lot of details in my mind on that one, actually. I have a lot of details about most of my dreams, many of my dreams, but this one I had a lot of details that stuck with me, and when I'd have a question about something, if I thought about it, and then I stopped thinking about it, later the answer would kind of come to me. So I started to write it down. Maybe I'll make a book later, but I'm not the best writer, so I haven't got very far. think I have like 2 chapters done, but they're kind of small chapters because I'm not really a writer. I've never written things before. It just seemed like something that would have made a really great story since I have so much detail, and it was a romance. So, yeah, come here. I know, come here. My other friend told me next time I make a video to show my cat. I wanted to see if it got bigger. Come here. Come here, Romy. He's chasing a fly. I know. Come here. Come here. Yeah? No, that was chasing my hand. Come here. Romy. Romy, come here. Come here. Come here. He's gonna attack me, so I put my hand in and he tried to bear hug it. I've been teaching him not to use his claws. Another tip, when you have a cat who claws you, especially when they're little, you can still teach them. If you take him and you show him claws, bad. No. No claws. Good. Yeah. You just kind of like pet their foot. It's more useful if you do it when they're actually being bad. Then after a while, they learn not to use claws on you. It may seem silly, but if you keep doing that every time, after a while, they do get... He's gotten a lot better. But he doesn't seem to understand that my feet are attached. So, he's gotten a lot better about not clawing my hands or my face. He still nets my head when I sleep. But, yeah, that's another problem. It's hard to remember dreams if you're being attacked when you wake up. If you have somebody, like, kneading your head, or licking your face, or distracting you. If you have noises like people talking, and you're focused on the talking and not what's inside your head, then it's hard to remember anything. You have to shut off the outside world and just keep what's in your head at the moment. That's why I think the bright lights for me, or, you know, like if the window's not covered, if the window like bright lights or whatever, then it's harder to keep the dream in your mind. If you, yeah, if you just kind of stay in your mind or in the dream world, like you can, because I guess I come in, like I wake up, but I don't fully wake up. I stay part way in until I have it, and then I play it back to myself, and then I have it fully. So, also I dyed my hair. Yay! Okay, well I guess that's enough tips on dreaming. Not so much dreaming, remembering dreams. We all dream. The trick is to remember it and get some knowledge out of it. I mean, dreams have been changing my life for a long time. I don't always know, but lots of times I get things, you know, of course it doesn't do anything if you don't act on it, you know. Like, when I was 13, I dreamt I got my ears pierced. The next day I said to my sister, I dreamt I got my ears pierced. She said, you want to do it? Yeah! I went and got my ears pierced. I'd been afraid up until then. My sister's still in America, and I'm here, and I dreamt one night that, you know, she was in trouble. And then I found out the next day when I talked about it with my mom, that she kind of was in trouble. So, could be a coincidence, I don't know. But it's, you know, it's good to remember them and then take what you want from it. And take the good, leave the bad. Also, I find, try not to worry about it. I was having nightmares every night for months that I had killers coming after me. Not multiple, but more so, a different killer every night, and I'd be in like these places and I'd be running away, different buildings I'd never actually been in. Finally I gave up, and I realized I was trapped. I was on this building, the only way down was the elevator or the stairs, and I can't use either of those in a dream. And the guy was coming after me, and I realized the other way out of the room was blocked. It was an office building, and I figured, alright, I'm gonna die. That's it. So I turned to hug him. I figured I want to hug before I go. Oh, computer fell asleep on me. And it scared him. It terrified him. He thought I had some trick, you know. So I got on my knees like, I'm not dangerous. I just want to hug. And he ran away. Those dreams stopped happening. So if you're having nightmares, you could try something like that. You know, try to think about it. Try to not be afraid. What's the worst that can happen in a dream? I've died before in dreams. But here I am. So, you know, don't worry about it. Move on. Until the next nap. Alright, bye everybody. Bye YouTube. Boomy says bye too. He's after a fly. Right, Boomy? No, he's not talking. Alright, bye.